Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On the run, it's Fletcher. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Slithers into space. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Throwing, Mensah. Stepping to the right. Unleashes one. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Punt is on its way. Just needs a crack to get a return. Powers through. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Snags it, and there's running room. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, 1 snap, put it in the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Here's Mensah to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Working the middle. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Easy. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down.
And for the majority of the offseason, we thought Mensah was going to be starting for Duke in the offseason saga that happened. Obviously, a lot went into it. But here's what you know about Miami quarterbacks in recent history. Cam Ward, the #1 pick. Carson Beck, a lot of experience coming in. Now Darian Mensah comes in. Miami finds the guy. They have to have that spot covered. And Palmer,
maybe some room here. Got enough for the 1st. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
I like the adjustments from this offense from 1st possession to 2nd. Like 1st possession, you tell maybe a little bit nervous. Maybe just not starting the way they wanted to. Didn't script the plays, but now putting a good drive together. A good response from punting last drive.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Makes the grab on the left. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And the Canes will hustle to the line. They'll run it. It's Fletcher. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. The offense changing the play. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. A quick break in the action here as they tend to the injured Hurricane. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Looking for blockers. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. See what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. power football with the run. Breaks into the open. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Right back to it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll try the run. Plows through the defense. Finding some room. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And sometimes you live by the blitz, and sometimes you die by the blitz. And right there, great job blocking and understanding it was coming. And then somebody had to make a play in space, and he took it a long way.
You're right, David. It's always a risk by the defense. And if you don't have good gap integrity with the blitz, then the offense can pop one, and that's exactly what happened on that run. Everybody up front not getting flustered, just staying in their tracks, getting their blocks, giving their running back a lane. He uses that speed, and that's just not a touchdown, man. That is a long highlight reel TD.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking for a crease, it's Fletcher. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Might be calling a hot route. Mensah. Finds his man. It's Moore. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got some room to run. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Michigan.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And here's the return. And the returner goes down. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll run play action. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23?
Black 14! Black 14!
Wide receiver going in motion. Throwing, Mensah. Flips it out to the back. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you split him out and you can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's a really good job by the quarterback, man. You run the play action, you want to take a shot. Nice job taking the check down. Running back does the rest and chews up some yardage.
And the Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Wants to adjust the pattern. On the run, it's Fletcher. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Got a little grass. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. The run to the left. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking for space. It's Fletcher. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for them.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Here's Mensah to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
One more snap coming before halftime. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Tried to run it on 4th and 2, and he won't make it. He'll be stopped a yard short.
It's a turnover on downs.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Give to the running back. He'll be knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. Not sure that's going to matter except to his statistics as we are seconds away from halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 8 team, the Texas A&M Aggies.
Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
You know, we just went into half and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but that 4th down stop kept them from getting anything on the board. He'll start this 3rd quarter with a run. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Motion from the wideout. Now the play fake. Looking left. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Might be changing the route. On 4th down, going to the air. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Fletcher. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field.
Red 18, red 18. Tino.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Under fire. Firing to the right, complete. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. The Canes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They're going back to the ground. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Pulls it in. It's Fletcher. lowers those pads. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Heads out, ready to go on the attack. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went turning it on. Past the 50. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Getting set for the point after. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. He's at the 20. Inside the 10. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Great job getting the interception, maybe an even better job on the return. You got the convoy, you're finding your blockers, you're out in the open field. You're saying, hey, coach, watch me with the ball in the open space. Maybe I can get on offense and get a few throws. That was a phenomenal individual effort.
This will make the offensive coordinator's life easier, taking over 1st and goal at the 1. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Wolverines!
Number 5.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They'll snag it just inside the 10. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Finding open areas. He's got a little room. He'll pick up 6 out to the 13.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
3rd and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
14-yard line. Now, a 4th down.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Trying to do it on the ground. He didn't make it. He needed 1, and he's going to lose 1 instead.
Result of the play.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Tight end now in motion. Looking for space. It's Marshall. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Pulls it and fires to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Pulls and fired complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground.
Whew, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. The Hurricanes are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. On the move, it's Fletcher. Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6. So now it's 2nd and long. Might as well stick with him. Good enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
I'll tell you, you've got to give this defense credit. That was only his 2nd catch of the game. He came into this as one of the best receivers in all of college football, but this defense had a plan. They have shut him down. They have limited him, and that's why they're winning right now.
And the Canes are rolling down the field. To the ground with the back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. right back to him on the ground. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Mensah unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. The screen, he can go. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
And the 2nd down completion was anything but productive. 3rd and long coming up. They'll go to the ground. He gets it down to the 40-yard line, but he's going to be a little bit short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.